I just stopped and restarted it. It's not coming through on the YouTube side. Oh, there it is. It's up. It's good. Alright, no problem. And hello, everybody. Welcome here as we're going to be bringing you coverage of tonight's duel races in preparation for the upcoming Daytona season
Joey, you
opener.
can get in if you want to run this duel.
And we're just going to real quickly have a quick server reset here. But this is the coverage of duel number 1. Duel number 2 going to be coming up a little bit later. And you're
Drivers,
watching
to your
these
car.
dual races for the start of the 2023 FTR Maverick Cup Series season. Pole day qualifying took place last week. And
Drivers,
Cody
to your
Lamas
cars.
got the pole position. He will subsequently be the pole sitter for this first duel. Nick Gunther ended up qualifying in second. And so, therefore, he will be the pole sitter for the upcoming second duel. That second duel is going to be taking place right here on the Full Throttle Racing League YouTube channel. I believe Joshua Mercurio is going to be the control man for that. He's taking part in the first duel here. So, I'm going to be taking part in the second duel. And so, he'll be behind the controls here for that one. We're waiting for everybody to get gridded up. I believe we're waiting on qualifying here. A driver ended up missing the start, and so therefore, actually, give me 1 second here. Yeah, driver ended up missing the getting into the server, and so subsequently, we ended up having to redo qualifying since the server got reset. Cody Lamas is the only driver that's going to be taking time, so that way he ends up starting on the pole position. So let's go through a little bit of particulars for this race. Your ticker is going to show 40 laps, but we are not going to be. They're not going to be running the full 40 laps in either one of the duels. The first lap, they will all get into their correct order from where they all were in pole day qualifying, and then we will go green on the start of lap number 2. We are running till the completion of lap 35. So it's going to show 40 scheduled laps, but we are only running 35 of them. There will be, during that time, a green flag pit stop that the drivers will have to make. They don't necessarily have to take tires. They don't even have to take fuel. They just have to come down pit road, make a stop in their pit stall under green flag conditions. Remember, caution pit stops would not count towards that. So that's something the drivers will have to kind of strategize with on whether they want to come down pit road themselves, when they want to do that, or if they want to come down with a big pack. We know at super speedways,
Drivers, to your
you always
cars.
want to, if you can possibly, pit with a big group of drivers. As looks like we've set it back to qualifying again. Um,
Drivers, to your
but at the same
cars.
time, getting onto pit road can be quite dicey when you're coming down with a bunch of drivers and trying to accommodate for everybody's braking zones. That's something I'm going to have to bear in mind for the upcoming second duel. But 35 laps of racing, it is 2x, so these drivers can theoretically go maybe a max of 21 laps on a tank of fuel. It's about 18 to 21 laps that you can make it, so they certainly are going to have to pit at least once in this race. And again, they're going to have to make a pit stop under green flag conditions. Now, Cody Lamas, he's already captured the pole position for the 500. He's just out there getting some reps in, maybe forming some alliances for the upcoming Daytona race next week to open up the season. Everybody else, though, they're all gunning for the third place starting spot in the upcoming Daytona lineup. The winner of this race, not named Cody Lamas, highest finisher, I should say, not named Cody Lamas, they will end up starting on the inside of row number 2. Second highest finisher, not named Cody Lamas, would start 5th on down, 7th, 9th, 11th, and then the upcoming second duel, they will be on the outside of each respective row. We're going to, just for a quick moment here, wait for qualifying to run out, and then we'll continue our coverage here from Daytona. All right, there we go. Apologies if you heard the dog barking. Uh, if you have a dog, you know what it's like. But looks like Cody has completed his laps, so we should be set to go here in just a few moments. If you want a little bit of a perspective of what's going on, I believe DJ Curtis is also live streaming over on his channel. That is Enter 2003 Gamer, if I recall correctly. I think that's DJ's channel. I'm going to be live streaming my point of view of the second duel on my channel, NSRA. But again, too, you're getting the coverage of the first duel here and the second duel coming up, courtesy of Josh Mercurio. Got some fans in the chat. Nick Transport saying, let's go, number 25. I believe the number 25 is going to be in Duel 2. That being Olivia Hammond. And we're nearly wrapping up here with the qualifying session. More than likely, the qualifying session is completely running out because I didn't get on and off track. So, yeah. There's also a couple of drivers that are in here for spectate purposes that are going to be taking part in the second duel, so they may have not gotten off on and off track either. But nonetheless, as soon as these drivers end up getting gridded up, we'll give you the starting lineup for this one. I believe we've got 15 drivers by my last count. Nope, it's more than that. We've got, looks like 17 drivers that are scheduled to take the green flag for this one. I believe by my last check, all but one is not here or are here tonight. So looks like we're gonna have 16 drivers here in this first duel. All right, looks like we've got everything squared away. It's all ready to go here.
Drivers, to your cars.
So Cody Lamas, the only driver that ended up getting the pole position, and by virtue of that, the number 1 pit stall. Everybody else is going to be based off of random draw. And then, as I mentioned, we will not go green here on the first lap. They will get into their correct lineup based off of pole day qualifying from last week, and then they'll go green on the following lap. Okay, so Maniac Transport's rooting for the number 24, Matthew Moniak. All right. Matthew, I believe, is going to be rolling off the grid from the 12th position here tonight. Waiting for everybody to grid up. You'll notice a couple of spaces there. That's drivers that are in the server that are taking part in duel number 2. There's our command. Back in Season 1, Fortnite Squad Racing brought the Unicorn cars to Daytona for the season opener. And the Unicorn cars are back. The 3 different flavors of Unicorn Flakes featured on numerous cars here in Duel 1. You'll see a few of them over in Duel 2 as well. Cody Lamas amongst them there. Jessica Shelton, Matt McIntyre, RJ Bishop. Members of that team in this race. You'll see the pace car peel off. Again, you will not see us go green, though. They will all get into their correct lineup, and then we'll read you off that lineup here in just a moment. Whopper indeed, RJ. Whopper and Dilly... Whopper. Not Dilly Dilly. Whopper tonight. Alright, so they're going to get themselves all situated up here as they've all crossed the line. And your lineup looks as so. Cody Lamas will be on the pole position. The number 84 of Adolfo Delgado will line up on the outside of the front row. Matt McIntyre in the 738. He's going to roll off in third. Jessica Shelton will be fourth. RJ Bishop's going to line up in the 5th spot, 6th place. Tristan Allen in the 60. Brian Hendrickson in the number 17. He's going to be 7th, 8th place. Going to be Nico Let's Go Bowling Servideo in the number 15. Jose Reyes Jr. He's going to be 9th place in the number 12, and completing the top 10 is going to be the number 99 of Joshua Mercurio. Joey Tartamella, he's going to be rolling off from the 11th spot, 12th place, as mentioned, Matthew Moniak. Greg Shetner, he's going to be 13th in the number 3. Kyle Gaddison was supposed to be in this race tonight, but looks like he failed to make it, so he'll be starting the 500 towards the rear of the field. He was slated to roll off from the 14th position. 15th is going to be the number 2 of Liam Turner. 16th place, the number 21 of Kyle Davenport, who looks like he is also not in the field. I saw him in the TeamSpeak, but it looks like he is not on the racetrack. Whether he's in the server or not, I'm uncertain. But he would have been 16th, and then Russell Caney, and the number 80 would be the 17th and final driver here in Duel number 1. Based off of the drivers that were listed for Duel 1 and Duel 2, come next week, there could be upwards of 35 drivers taking the green flag for the season opener at Daytona. So into that restart zone they'll go. Cody Lamas, the control car, will indicate that we're going green. And up through the gears he goes. Nice jump there for the 48. Maybe too much of a jump, as Adolfo Delgado's going to dive down into the 2nd spot right behind him. Battle's going to be for 3rd. Shelton on the top, McIntyre on the bottom. Shelton's got Tristan Allen glued to her back bumper. Now she's going to tuck in behind McIntyre. Running the CTS physics here at Daytona and the super speedways this year for the FTR Maverick Cup Series, and because of that, you can see big runs generated. Matt McIntyre immediately to the top. Shelton, Allen, Bishop all lined up there. Cody Lamas, the pole sitter, a sitting duck on that inside line, as Shelton now dives down to the bottom on Matt McIntyre for the race lead. Not going to be able to get there. McIntyre going to throw the block and keep her at bay, at least for the moment. Cody Lamas is now slotted into third. Allen, side by side with Delgado for the fourth spot. And now Lamas jumps up on the top side of Jessica Shelton. Now, I believe that there is no penalty for Cody Lamas if he's involved in a wreck here. Same for Nick Gunther in Duel 2. I don't believe that there is any... whoa! Delgado on the apron. He's going to save it, but Bishop gets into the wall, and he's going to go up into the air. So does Brian Hendrickson, the 17. Oh, and Mosiak gets hit by Liam Turner, who then goes up and slams the 84 of Adolfo Delgado. Smoke billowing from beneath the hood of the Jimmy John's Dodge. And the caution is already out for the first time. No, it is not out. How is the caution not waving? And they're still wrecking. And we're having a reset. Okay.
Drivers, to your cars.
So I guess as the race restarts, and we do it all again. So apparently, based off of that, it is not in-game yellows. I didn't realize that, so you're going to see, with me not knowing that, when I set this broadcast up, I had where you were able to see on the top and the bottom of the respective banners, you saw the green bar there. That was to indicate what flag we were under. Apparently, even when we're under caution, it's still going to show green. So just bear that in mind. Well, second chance for other drivers there as we got some more fans in the chat. Drew Dollar Fax pulling for Joshua Mercurio in the number 99. Firemaster Bro pulling for Brian Hendrickson in the number 17. Hendrickson was caught up in that. Got airborne. So very lucky that he's able to get another chance. I think by my last count, there were about 6 drivers that got pretty good damage out of that. Matthew Moniak was in that. I believe that RJ Bishop got some pretty good damage. Liam Turner definitely was involved. I think there was another driver that I saw that got some pretty good damage, and I can't off the top of my head recall who it was. I'm also noticing that there's a generic back there. Oh, that's Russell Caney in the 80 car. Reason it's a generic paint scheme might have been submitted late before I was able to get it. Thought for a moment that maybe that was Kyle Davenport, but no, Davenport's still sitting here in the TeamSpeak that I could see, but not on the racetrack, and he was in this duel, slated to be in this duel. So again, not going green. Across the line, they'll get themselves gridded up again, and we'll get ready to go back to racing here at Daytona. Again, your ticker is going to show you 35 laps. You're going to only see, or you're going to see 40. Actually, give me one sec. The screen is going to freeze for a moment, but only because I do need to do this, so that way you'll be able to even see the lap counter. There we go. Came fully prepared for this, as you could tell. Now this actually, the overlay you're seeing is a modified version of the overlay that I use for offline races. And so I did a lot of transitioning over of like the custom banner and everything here for the Cup Series online side. And obviously missed a couple of things there. Alright, so they get the black flags cleared, everybody will get lined up, and we'll get ready to go racing once again. A couple of notes that we should keep an eye on here in this duel, just based off of the familiarity with this version of Daytona. Middle line is actually the preferred lane. The higher you go, the better your chances of, 1, being able to stay in the throttle longer because there's not as much checkup, but number 2, this is a very bumpy Daytona, especially on the inside line. Right there where you see Cody Lamas there on the inside of turn 3, there is a big bump, and that really unsettles the race car. You don't encounter that bump if you're in the middle to high line, so more drivers will be migrating up to the top side here. I think that's where you're going to see a lot of your runs generated, especially in battles for the race lead. Granted, the yellow line is the shorter way around the racetrack, but not necessarily the fastest. We'll talk about pit road here in just a moment too, as Cody Lamas indicates the green, and we're back underway. Again, a great jump for Cody. Matt McIntyre caught napping there in the 738, and he drops from third all the way back to fifth as Delgado, Shelton, and Allen move into second, third, and fourth. 84 a little bit all over the place there on that inside line, little loose. Gotta make sure you hold a pretty wheel when it comes to super speedway racing, or drivers are not gonna be all that fond of trying to bump draft you. Oh, Delgado, whoa, his hands full. Almost got up into that outside wall, but he saved it. And he's gonna start dropping to the back. It was very fast. In pole day qualifying, set the third fastest lap time. Looks like maybe that car is still skewed out from qualifying. This wasn't an impound race, but maybe might as well have been with the handling we see there out of the 84. And, you know, with the fact that we talked about with these duels, it's an opportunity for drivers to improve where they're running in the 500, where they're starting the 500. At the same time, you consider the 84 of Adolfo Delgado, he would have, if we didn't have the duels, he would have been third place. Now, with where he's running towards the back, he's going to be back maybe outside of the top 20 on the starting grid if he doesn't work his way back up through the field. I did notice the 98 of RJ Bishop. He dropped to the apron on the back straightaway, and it looks like he's coming to pit road. RJ going bounty hunting here tonight, so best of luck in that, RJ. So RJ will subsequently be starting towards the rear of the field for the upcoming 500. Got a Russell Caney fan in the chat. Barbara C, thanks for joining in tonight to the coverage, NSRA TV's coverage of the Full Throttle Racing League's first duel at Daytona. Again, be sure to stay tuned here once the checkered flag waves, because Duel 2 will be coming up here on this very same YouTube channel, courtesy of Joshua Mercurio, who's handling the pretty wheel here in this first duel. Last time by was scored in the 9th position. RJ is out of the race. Will finish 14th here in this duel. So 14 drivers. That means there are 3 drivers that did not take the green for this duel that were supposed to. Kyle Gaddison and Kyle Davenport are 2 of them. I'm not certain who the third is. Let me try and run down my list and figure out, was it Jose Reyes Jr. is in the field. The 94, Joey Tardamella, was the other driver. Cody Lamas continues to show the way. Kyle Davenport was going to be on the grid, but as we see in the chat, his internet kicked him out at the Gentlemen Start Your Engines. Tough break there, Kyle. Hopefully you get that sorted out and we see you come next week for the first race of the season, first points paying race of the season at Daytona. Cody Lamas continuing to show the way here, but we mentioned at the top of the program, if Cody Lamas wins this duel, he's already starting on the pole, so second place on back would be determining who would start on the inside of rows 2, 3, 4, 5 onwards back. So right now, Jessica Shelton would be that driver, would be in line for the 3rd spot. Right now, Tristan Allen would be 5th, Matt McIntyre would be 7th, and Brian Hendrickson would be 9th, as Tristan going to go up to the top. Matt McIntyre looked like he was going to jump up there with him. A little high, almost brushed the wall, did Tristan Allen, as I think we have a caution. We do. Yellow flag's out. And it might have been for the 24 of Matthew Moniak, perhaps? Not certain what the caution flag is out for here. Let's go back, take a look at a replay. It's like lap 6, first caution of the day, and yep. 24 of Matthew Moniak gonna go for a little spin. Ooh, little checkup there. Backed off with the 84 of Adolfo Delgado and then got bumped by the 2 of Liam Turner. Little contact with the back end of his unsponsored 24 Chevrolet Camaro into the outside wall, but I think he's going to be okay. I don't think that was relatively hard hit. Let's go on board, show just how things get stacked up on that inside line especially, and how difficult it is to relay to the driver behind you or even 2 cars back, hey, I'm lifting, please lift for me. That was interesting. You heard right there the downshifting as he was spinning. Now, I have never done that before. When I'm spinning, usually I've still kept it in high gear. I don't know if that allows you to slow the car down more, slow down quicker. Maybe gives you a better chance to be able to gather it up and save it. Not certain. Got a lot of drivers on pit road here. Cody Lamas is in. Matt McIntyre. It's like 3 drivers are going to stay out. Russell Caney, Joshua Mercurio, and Liam Turner. Remember, all those drivers that are coming to pit road, this will not count towards the pit stop they have to make under green flag conditions here before the conclusion of this race. So these 3 here are more than likely going to have to come to pit road together. Everybody else will probably be coming to pit road with each other. Looks like we're lining up here, doubling up to get ready to go green. But that green flag pit stop for all drivers is still not out of the equation. And we saw how Cody Lamas and Jessica Shelton, they were kind of controlling the pack. Now they're going to line up in 4th and 5th position. Some new blood up at the front of the field that'll try and control this race. And Caney, Mercurio, and Turner. Top 5 completely comprised of Chevrolet Camaros and Dodge Challengers. Got a lot of Dodges in the series this season. Mercurio, Liam Turner, Kyle Gaddison, Garland Oaks, RJ Bishop's a Dodge as well. Nice to see that Dodge has not died in the online series. So lap 9 of 35 will go up on the board here. Again, you see 40, but we're only running to the conclusion of lap 35 in these duels. And Russell Caney will be the control car. 13 of our 14 drivers still running, all 13 on the lead lap. Matthew Moniak got his car repaired. He's returned to the track, and he's there at the very tail end of the field. Green flag back in the air. Top line very well organized there with Mercurio, Cody Lamas, Jessica Shelton, Matt McIntyre. The 80 might be a sitting duck here when they get to the back straightaway. You see the car bottom out there, the 48, as he shifted up to 4th gear, and here goes Mercurio to the race lead. Joshua Mercurio, he was, 10th rolling off the grid, so that means he would have had the 19th fastest lap time during pole day qualifying. Maybe not set up necessarily for Q, but definitely looks good in race trim. And an opportunity here tonight as well for drivers to be able to kind of get used to dancing partners, get used to driver tendencies, because the conditions that they're racing here in the duels are the same conditions they're going to be racing this coming next Tuesday when we begin the season here at Daytona. So a lot of learning going on right now for all the drivers in Duel 1, and subsequently will be the same for the drivers in the upcoming second duel. Oh, Mercurio's going to get hooked by Cody Lamas. That'll certainly be a caution, as we've got big trouble. On the front straightaway, big hits and more piling in. Lamas, McIntyre, Caney, Delgado. I saw Nico in that Looks like Shetner came down pit road to avoid. Caution is most certainly already out. Looks like it's been taken. Liam Turner is going to be the leader. And there were some hits there that might have taken some of these drivers out of contention of winning this duel. Started with Joshua Mercurio, and just from the angle we had, looked like maybe he ran a little wide, a little high up at turn 4. Cody Lamas couldn't line up the bumpers and hooked him in the left rear. Let's go back and see if that is the case. We'll actually take a look courtesy of the helicopter camera to be able to document everything that took place. This was from the lead. Let's go back here to the middle of 3 and 4. Watch the 99's line. Does he drift up a little bit here? Right there. Yeah, well, he pushes up. Cody kind of cuts down. Oh, and then there you see, yes, Shelton got involved. Delgado got spun. Shetner, I thought, went down pit road to avoid, but he spun the infield grass. There is Nico Servideo. Matt McIntyre, you had, I believe, all 3 of the remaining Unicorn Flakes cars involved in this. Caney, I believe, was on the, oh, I didn't even show the replay. Good job, me. Let's go back and actually show you that replay, courtesy of the helicopter cam. My apologies. Caney was on the inside line as well, so both drivers that were at the front involved. Yeah, Turner gets into the back of Caney, sends him back up the track. Shelton gets into the wall. Cody Lama's going to get hit right there. And then gets hit again, then gets hit again. He got hit about 3 or 4 times. Got pinballed. I think that was Jose Reyes Jr. that got him. So he got a piece of it. Shetner, as I mentioned, he went through the grass. Let's see if we can show a little bit of that while we look at the Adolfo Delgado 84. He's going to get a punt right there from Nico, and then another one there. That's what spins him around. And there is Shetner spinning through the infield grass. Now let's take an onboard with the 48, our Daytona pole sitter Cody Lamas. See what exactly he saw, get an idea of just how hard were the shots that he took there, because he got hit about 3 or 4 times. Ooh, went up on 2 tires. The right sides came up off the racing surface. There's the hit from the 24. There's the hit from the 738. And slides down on pit road right around 3 of Greg Shetner. So caution out for this will be the 2nd time here in this duel. Sets us up for another restart, and again continues to call into question about these drivers when they're going to make that green flag pit stop. Looks like we're doubled up, getting ready to go back green. Matthew Moniak's going to have the front row with Brian Hendrickson, then Adolfo Delgado, Jose Reyes Jr., and Russell Caney. Green flag back in the air. When they hit the line, there's only going to be 22, now 23 laps left for drivers to make that green flag pit stop. There's actually right now not even in the fuel window to make it the rest of the way. They'd still be about 2.5, 3 laps short if they pit right now. And remember, that pit stop has to be made under green. They have to do that. So that brings up the question, I mean, if the fuel window's open in the next 5 laps or so, do you maybe throw out the parachute, come to pit lane, hope that a caution comes out? Honestly, I could see some drivers going with that strategy. Worst case scenario, you end up not having a caution come out and be able to reel in everybody when the field gets broken up once they all make their green flag pit stops. Or 2, you come down pit road, take your service, you're good to make it the rest of the way, caution comes out, they all pit, you're up at the front, and you're controlling the remainder of this race. A lot of drivers that were not in the FTR Maverick Cup Series last season that we see taking part here this season. Nice to see there. The 24, the 84, the 15. These are drivers that the 80 also, they did not make starts in the Cup Series last year. As a matter of fact, Russell Caney there in the 80 ran a couple of lights races during the FTR Winter Series. I believe that series is actually still going on as Liam Turner's going to get up into Russell Caney and Jessica Shelton. Caution's going to fly again, third time today. Two-car pushed up in the tri-oval. I think they were 3 wide. It's the most narrowest part of Daytona. And Tristan Allen, it appears, with the frozen field, may have been the leader at the time. Russell Caney trying to limp his car back to pit road. Oh, actually, he's going to... This is actually on the back straightaway where he's down on the runoff. It's like a 3-car incident. Let's go back and take a look. The more laps they run under caution, the more narrower the window of actually making a pit stop under green. Oh, we actually had a wreck at the front of the field as well, it looks like, and involving the 24 of Matthew Mosiak. I'm wondering if maybe he or somebody else didn't get the memo that it was frozen field and someone got run over. But let's go back and see what actually brought the caution out first. Watch the 2 of Liam Turner on the inside line. Yeah, ooh, wow. Yeah, he pushed up. Never turned there in the tri-oval, looked like. And they were 3 wide. They had Russell Caney in the middle, 3 wide. Was given no room, and Shelton was the car on the outside line of that. Not sure if Matt McIntyre got a piece of it or not. Let's watch this from the chopper cam. Watch the 2 on the inside line. It almost looks like he didn't even turn the wheel left going through the tri-oval. Yeah, he drifted. Yeah. 3 wide. 80 needed a lot more room than that. Matt McIntyre did get a piece there. Got into the 2 with the front end. Shelton had back end damage from what I was able to see. And now let's take a look up at the front because I believe... Oh yeah, there was the 24 went around. And I think we had a flip. Yeah, right there. Oh, that was actually Shetner that went up and over. Caution was out. Cautions, I believe, are frozen field. They might be raced back. But Moniak got run over by the 84. And then Greg Shetner paid the price. See if we can get another shot of this. Watch the 3. After the 24 gets spun, 3 is in third, and... Oh, man. Yeah, Mercurio and Servideo, looked like Lamas, they all were able to sneak through up the middle. Oh, and then the 84 goes around here off of turn 2. Just caution out, this is for the 3rd time here tonight. It's going to draw more drivers onto pit road, if for no other reason than for damage repair. The 3 car is still out there. Actually, I think they're now coming around with pit road open. And does anybody elect to stay out for track position? 24 is in, the 3 is in. Yep, got a few, handful of drivers that are staying out. Mercurio, Lamas, Hendrickson, and Caney. Still, 13 cars running on the racetrack and all 13 on the lead lap. The only driver out of the race is RJ Bishop. And we're doubled up for 1 to green, it would appear. So at least the caution laps are not taking all that terribly long. And we should have, if my math is correct, 18 laps to go when we receive this green flag. So, based off the rough calculations I gave at the top of the broadcast, from here on out, these drivers should be able to make it if they came to pit road from the drop of the green flag onward. So would somebody think about doing that? I actually bandied around the idea of maybe you come down pit road at the initial drop of the green flag. You haven't taken service until the leader is actually typed the green in the chat. That's a green flag pit stop. And then maybe, just maybe, you catch an early caution, catch up. That's your green flag pit stop, done and dusted. But nobody obviously adopted that strategy here in this first duel. We'll see if anybody does it in that second duel, perhaps. Not saying that's what I'm going to do, but maybe it's something I'm going to do. You never know. Maybe I'm giving away my strategy. Maybe I'm not. You got to tune into duel number 2 here on the Full Throttle Racing League YouTube channel to find out. Alright, so Mercurio, Lamas, Hendrickson, Caney, they are the drivers that stayed out. They're the top 2 rows. Then it's Tristan Allen in the 5th position. Was the first one off pit lane. It looked like the 84 of Adolfo Delgado hit pit road. I believe penalty system is if you end up causing a second incident, you have to serve a pass-through, a drive-through on the following restart. 84 after getting into the 24 there, looks like he is doing just that, just completed that pass-through penalty. A little side-to-side there, Jose Reyes Jr. in the 12. There's a couple of two-car tandems going on here. Matt McIntyre with Joshua Mercurio, and then Brian Hendrickson with Tristan Allen. I believe I was incorrect in my restart lineup there. I thought it was Cody Lamas who restarted second. I think actually that was Matt McIntyre. They're both running the same colored Unicorn Flakes cars. You got the original, you've got, I think it's the Galaxy, and then you got the Fire, the Flame Roasted. I'm trying to remember what the what that version is of the Unicorn Flakes cars. You got the pink unicorn, the gold unicorn, and the black unicorn. That's all I remember. And I got the raw gold unicorn car. Matt McIntyre to the point on that top side. Tristan Allen up there with him. Shelton, looks like that car, despite the back end damage we saw, still up to speed. Cody Lamas also still up to speed. Got some good numbers on that inside line, though, with Mercurio. They're battling back. Brian Hendrickson, Greg Shetner, Nico Severvito's down there as well, is now Jose Reyes Jr., who was down there, jumps back up to the top. Pretty even. 6 cars on the top, 6 cars on the bottom. Which line's going to prevail? Mercurio forging ahead, almost kind of Joey Logano-esque from the Atlanta Superspeedway race we had this past Sunday. Have a fast car on that inside line. May not necessarily be the faster way, but a fast car can tow what could potentially be a slower line. And Mercurio hanging tough there alongside of Matt McIntyre. Inside line looks like it's got the better entry to the center of the corner. Outside line's got the better center to exit, and then carries that momentum on the straightaway. Oh, Greg Shetner! Up the track and hard hit into Nico Severvito and Jose Reyes Jr. Big overcorrection there by the Pizza Hut Chevrolet, and it has catastrophic results. The 15 is all crunched up as he was basically the buffer between Shetner and the outside wall, and Jose Reyes Jr. was in it as well. Caution is out. Looks like it is not frozen field. Looks like it is race back. And Tristan Allen with a move to the inside of Matt McIntyre for the lead, and looks like he's going to get it. Lamas is going to maybe get second place. It's close. Lamas on the apron. And Tristan immediately throws in the clutch to save fuel, but remember, we have yet to have anyone, to my knowledge, make a green flag pit stop, and well, that 15, amazingly, is not smoking, but I think that car is going to be majorly off the pace after he got completely smashed by the 3 car. Let's go back and take a look. Greg Shetner got majorly out of shape. Looks like Shetner may actually be done for the evening. And indeed he is. So he will get credited for 13th here tonight. And we'll start, I believe that'd be 25th for the Daytona race this next Tuesday. Here's a look at it. Does he get help from the 2 of Liam Turner? Ooh, he might have. I'd have gotten a little bump there in the tri-oval. And there you see Nico Severvito and Jose Reyes Jr. just nowhere to go. As the 3 was spinning in the grass, trying to save it. Obviously had the wheel turned to the right in an attempt to gather the thing back up, and sometimes when you end up hitting that overcorrect line, there's just nothing you can do. You're along for the ride. Let's get the helicopter cam and see. I'm pretty sure that there was a bump in the tri-oval there from the 2 to the 3 right there. Oh yeah, you could definitely see it there with the chopper cam. Oh man. And for Nico and Jose, I mean, you don't know if that 3 is going to stay spinning in the grass or going to come back up. You got to keep your foot in the throttle. A lot of people might be thinking, well, they could have hit the brakes and they would have avoided that. You don't know. You can't tell. It's an unpredictable, very sensitive area of the racetrack on where that car is going to migrate. The 3 could have stayed, spun to the left and slid back up the track, which speed would have been scrubbed off in that case. Could have stayed in that infield grass is another scenario. Man, that's hard hits. Looked like the 3 may have had some roof damage when we took the helicopter cam. And that is why he is out of the race. So for those drivers there, Reyes Jr. and Cervito, they're obviously going to be trying to continue on, though I doubt either one of them is going to be up to speed. So why would they continue on? Well, you do have a chance of maybe still improving your spot in the starting lineup for the Daytona race if this continues to be a race of attrition. Might be able to vulture your way to a couple of spots. Let's see, Severvito was 8th on the grid, which means he had the 16th highest lap time. With where he is running right now, if he were to finish in 11th place, he would be 22nd. So that is obviously a net loss of 7 spots. So trying to at least preserve where he was in pole day qualifying, if not improve. Tristan Allen's continuing to save fuel. You can hear him throwing in the clutch. This looks like we're going to have another lap of pacing. Let's go on board with the 60 and you can hear what I'm talking about. There you see the dial go down to 0 RPMs. Fires it back up again and then back into the clutch. But I don't get it. I don't understand it. Because we know these drivers are still going to have to make a pit stop under green. You got to make it now, right? Take the green, come down pit road, make that pit stop now. Why would you wait? Number of drivers on pit road. Hendrickson, Shelton, looks like they're all topping off the fuel tank here. Matt McIntyre down and away. Moniak, Delgado, there's Reyes Jr. Looks like that might have been the first lap of pit road open. Maybe the only lap of pit road open. They might have been trying to figure out who was at fault for the incident there and whatnot. Looks like the responsibility might have fallen on the 2 of Liam Turner because he has actually come down pit road and made the left-hand turn to the garage. So he will join Greg Shetner and RJ Bishop back in the garage area. He'll get credited for 12th place here in duel number 1. That's right, duel 1. Still a second duel coming up here on the Full Throttle Racing League YouTube channel. Joshua Mercurio, who is going to restart in 3rd, will be handling the call for that one. Yours truly is going to be down behind the wheel of the number 78 Unicorn Flakes Chevrolet. scheduled to roll off the grid in that one, I believe, in the third position, third or fourth place. I'm not 100% certain off the top of my head. Pole day qualifying was not kind to me. Could not seem to figure out where drivers were getting that extra hundredth or so. I think there were a couple of drivers actually bested me by a tenth. I'm not sure where they got that speed, but we got a good car for the duels and for the upcoming season opener. Gonna try and go out there and win a duel race as soon as this one is concluded. Lap 25 of 35 gonna go on the board as Hendrickson comes to pit road. Green flag is out. Let's watch the 17, because I think this is the strategy that I was calling out. I think Hendrickson is doing it. Is he going to take service, or is he serving to pass through? He's going to take service. I like this call. Got to pull up to his pit sign. Gas and go, he's down and away. And I think he could potentially stay on the lead lap. We'll see. I love the call on the 17 car. If he catches a caution, he's golden. And all these other drivers are still going to have to make that pit stop. That pit stop would have counted as under green. Let's see if anybody dives onto pit road here, because we're going to be at 10 to go. Last thing you want to do is have cautions come out, not have made the green flag pit stop. I mean, what do you do then? 17 is out of turn 2. Field's about to enter into turn 1. So it'd be a couple of laps before they would reel him in. But by my count, the 17 of Brian Hendrickson is the only driver who has made a pit stop under green flag conditions here in this duel, which was a requirement for these drivers. They had to do that. My hand be out the window right now. I'd be coming to pit road this time. Actually, I would have come down pit road with the 17. They're all staying out. Top 6 nose to tail. Allen, Cody Lamas, Mercurio, Caney, McIntyre, Shelton. Actually, no, correction. Shelton got around McIntyre, as did Adolfo Delgado. McIntyre got dropped back to 8th behind Jose Reyes Jr.'s 12. Did a pretty good repair job on the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet of Nico Severvito. I don't think that car is up to speed, but it's more up to speed than I expected after both sides were pushed in and he was up in the catch fence. Matthew Moniak's had a very adventurous day here. When do you pit? Gonna be 8 to go. Here in this first duel, we're racing to the completion of lap 35. And Hendrickson is back on pit road in the 17. Oh, is he parking it? That's not where his stall is. I don't know what's going on right now for driver 17. Oh man, I was loving his strategy. And now he's coming back out of pit road, but he's fallen a lap down. I don't know what happened there. Oh, we got a black flag for speeding. Oh, that is a tough break. Oh no, oh, he just merged back onto the track in turn 1. You can't do that. Turn 2 is the exit off of pit road here at this version of Daytona. That's going to give him another black flag. And I think he just realized it. He's come to a stop on the apron there. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's retiring out of the race. Oh, that's a tough break there. He had such a good strategy going. But he is done for the night. And he's going to finish 11th. He'll be 22nd for the upcoming Daytona race in the season opener next Tuesday night. Oh, that is tough. And again, he's the only driver, based off the list I've got of the drivers that are out there, that has made a green flag pit stop here tonight. When they hit the line, there's only 6 more laps, 6 more opportunities to come down and make that green flag pit stop. All 10 drivers still on the track are up in this lead pack. Less than a second separation from Tristan Allen back to Matthew Moniak. Heard from Tristan Allen pre-race. He's out here. He wants to win this thing. He wants to start up there on the inside of row number 2. Cody Lamas right behind him might be willing to push him there, since Cody already is slated to start on the pole position regardless of where he finishes this race. Joshua Mercurio's got Russell Caney there with him. I was going to mention about the fact there with Russell Caney, he ran a number of lights races, so we'll see if Mercurio steps out, if he goes with him. Nope. Stays on that inside line, at least for now. Somebody get up there. Tell those crew chiefs, tell those spotters, they got to let the drivers know they got to pit. They need to pit, and they've only got 5 laps to do it. Less than 5 laps. 4.5 here on the back straightaway. What are you going to do? Pit on the final lap, gas and go? Unless I ended up getting wrong information. I was told by the admins pre-race that these drivers were going to have to make, that all drivers in these duels were going to have to make a green flag pit stop. And nobody has done that. Been a lot of different leaders in this duel. We can quickly run down that here as we're going to hit the line for 4 laps to go in duel race number 1. Tristan Allen about to lead his 11th lap. Cody Lamas has led 7. 5 laps led for Matthew Moniak, 4 for Joshua Mercurio, 2 for Matt McIntyre, and then 1 apiece for Russell Caney and Liam Turner. Tristan hugging that yellow line. Who tries making the move to the top? When do you try making the move to the top? Did the admins just throw out the rule of no green flag pit stop and not tell me? That might have been the case. I'm hyping this up, and it might be for absolutely no reason. I might have been fed misinformation. Well, if I was told the wrong thing, you guys will figure it out same time I do. If these drivers don't come to pit road, we'll know that that rule was basically thrown out, vetoed, whatever. But Tristan Allen continuing to show the way there in that Dollar General Chevrolet. Bit of a funny story. Tristan Allen and I were talking about this a couple of days ago. He's got the Dollar General sponsor because we were talking about Dollar General, and I said to him, you know, if he needed something at Dollar General, you know, hopefully he had one close by, and he sent me a photo. He's got about 25 Dollar Generals within about a 10-mile radius of his location. So based off of that joke, he's got the Dollar General sponsorship here. So hopefully if he wins this duel, he's going to thank all of those 25 Dollar General locations for sponsoring him for this Daytona duel. I cannot believe that 15 of Nico is up here still. He's still in this lead pack. That car was up and over. Had left side damage, right side damage. Might have had roof damage. Air 2003 is so strange. Oh, do we have drivers pitting? Mercurio, I just saw something light up, and Mercurio got on the apron as if he might have been either indicating he was coming to pit road or something. Are we coming to pit lane? Be the white flag this time by. Are we pitting with 1 to go? Tristan's awfully low there. What's going on? Nope, they're all just getting ready to battle here on this final lap. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here in duel number 1. Cody Lamas had his hands full there through the tri-oval. Joshua Mercurio, you know he's going to try and make a move. If he does anyone go with him? Watch here in the back straightaway. You can get a good run off of 2. Does Mercurio show the nose? Nobody else further back showing that they're going to make a move. They're all nose to tail here through turn 3. Tristan Allen keeping it glued to the bottom. Cody Lamas there is wingman. Cody sliding up a bit there. Is he maybe going to make a move out of 4? Mercurio slams the door on Shelton, and Tristan Allen is going to come around, and he is going to win duel race number 1 here at Daytona. As they're keeping their foot in the throttle, and I think I ended up getting fed wrong information again. I guess we're running the full 40 laps. And Mercurio's up into the wall. Cody Lamas involved as well. Caution waves. Delgado looking up to the top there on Tristan Allen. He's got no drafting help, though. Shelton with a big push from the 24. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Well, Tristan Allen won the battle back to the line. I guess we're running the full 40 laps. Would be nice to know all this information ahead of time than getting caught off guard, but, you know. Russell Caney is slow. Mercurio coming to pit lane. 84 is pulling off in the Is the race actually over? Maybe the race is actually over. Did we ended up... Oh, I wonder... Oh, I think I know what ended up happening. I think what ended up happening was I think we ran to completion of lap 36, so that way it was 35 laps officially because we had the 1 lap for pacing. So Tristan Allen did win. Tristan Allen got the win. Yep, we got drivers retiring here. So yeah, that was the race back to the checkered flag. So what I called the checkers was actually the white flag. They added on the extra lap. Didn't have that information, but that's apparently what happened. So Tristan Allen is going to be your Duel 1 winner here tonight. It's like Adolfo Delgado, Jessica Shelton were the top 3. Then Matthew Moniak, Matt McIntyre completed the top 5. Nico Servito somehow, that car ended up finishing 6th. Jose Reyes Jr., Joshua Mercurio, Cody Lamas, Russell Caney. That was the top 10, the drivers that finished this duel. We won't show you the full finisher results since you're going to see most everybody retired. Since we didn't run the full 40 laps, looks like the track might be too gripped up for Tristan Allen to be able to do his burnouts here. Once Tristan's done doing his burnouts, we'll see if we can get a quick word with him in victory lane. At number $60 General Chevrolet Camaro. Tristan getting ready to run his first full-time season in the FTR Maverick Cup Series. Now let's see if we can dial up Tristan Allen here in just a moment. Trying to...
Buddy joined your
There we go,
channel.
we got him. Hey, Tristan, I mean, obviously, we heard you say when we came into this one, you wanted to win this duel. You wanted that good starting track position for the upcoming Daytona race. You got it done here tonight, but, boy, a lot of moving chess pieces to be able to get yourself back up to the front with a kind of a rocky start.
Oh, yeah, just came into pit road like on the first one, got a bit boxed in, and had to drop basically to the back, and then just the wreck that happened that next run, got so lucky on that, somehow missing it to the high side with no damage when I think it was the 80 came back up into the high side. That was probably the point where I knew I think I had that bit of luck to be able to have the chance to get at the win. Getting no damage off of that one.
Now, it looked like they're at the end of this race, pole sitter Cody Lamas, he was pretty content to kind of ride behind you, push you to this victory. Now we thought that you guys were racing to the completion of lap 35, assuming you guys were racing to 36, so it was officially the 35 laps that you guys were running for this duel. But you end up losing Cody there. You end up getting involved in that wreck on the final lap, and you're having to duke it out yourself against the 84. You guys almost wrecked coming back to the line, so I mean, describe what was going on there, because must have been a bit of a helpless feeling knowing, oh no, my drafting partner's gone.
Yeah, I saw the run he was having. I was like, okay, we're going to have to get some blocks, but hopefully not have the Camaro Novas send me off to the oblivion. And just luckily enough, he didn't have anyone close enough to him to get a run, so kind of stalled out in 3 and 4 going to the high side, and then just blocked him to the inside, but I wasn't going to spin myself off his nose. So once I saw him get to the double yellow, I figured that was to the point where I think I had enough momentum to get to the line first, and I obviously didn't want to pinch him below the yellow and spin myself out and cause any carnage like that. So just kind of went from top to bottom and just he got his nose in there, which was a bit concerning, but if it was Dega, I think I would have definitely lost this because he definitely had the run there, but here at Daytona, got lucky with where he was.
Yeah, very lucky the start finish line wasn't that couple hundred feet further on down towards turn one. Just real quickly here, just for clarification for the upcoming second duel and something I was talking about here in duel one. I was told pre-race that drivers were going to have to make a green flag pit stop during the course of this race. Was that rescinded or something? Because I didn't notice anybody make a green flag pit
I
stop.
I did not hear anything about that, and
Okay.
no one made a green flag stop. So
Alright.
if there was
Okay,
anything,
that didn't
well,
work.
at this point, no one did one, and if we all get penalized, the results stay the same at this point. So,
Right.
yeah,
Because I wasn't certain. I had heard that prior. I didn't know if that was actually official. Didn't hear the drivers' meeting, so was just double checking on that. But great job for you here tonight. You came in, said you wanted to win the race. You end up winning the race. You got the job done this evening. The floor is yours for thank you, sponsors, and shout outs. I said you got to shout out all 25 of those Dollar Generals around you.
yeah. Shout out to all the Dollar General stores that are slowly enclosing my location in a circle. That
Sounds like warfare.
until eventually I will not be able to escape going to Dollar General every time I go out to go get anything. So, yeah, really happy with that performance, though.
Tristan Allen, the great Dollar General Wars of 2023. But yeah, gonna look forward to seeing you roll off the grid third place next Tuesday night. Congratulations on a job well done. Now go put your feet up and watch the mayhem, I guess that is the upcoming
Yep.
duel number 2.
Thank you.
All right, so as that's going to conclude duel number 1. Duel number 2, of course, going to be coming up here in just a few moments, courtesy of Joshua Mercurio, right here on the Full Throttle Racing League YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in for that one, as we've got another handful of drivers that will be out there trying to set the outside of the starting lineup for the Daytona 500. But I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of makeshift broadcast of duel number 1. Stay tuned, duel 2 coming up here in just